you Lisa?
Yes.
I spoke to you on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And this is your family?
Yes.
And what's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica and Jenny.
I'm Kyle.
Nice to meet you, Kyle and
Thank
Jenny.
you.
So what's going to make this session helpful for you today?
Well, I'm just concerned mostly about him and
My brother.
his drug use. It's kind of been an ongoing concern, and it's interrupting our family and our daily living. He still lives at home. So basically just coming here to get some ideas and tools that we can use at home so we function as a family.
Okay. And what do you guys think?
I just think that communication needs to be better so that my brother can listen to me and my mom and how much his drug use has affected my mom especially.
Okay.
I was pretty upset when she removed the bedroom door from my room and took my privacy, and then she wants to communicate, but she likes to control things. Both of them are very controlling.
Okay. So, Lisa, I'm hearing both of your kids say communication. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I could see communication, but again, I go back to the addiction problem. It's illegal. I don't love it in my house. I won't stand for it in my house. And I feel that the door being removed was because he violated some of the house rules. So,
She's addicted to Candy Crush Saga. She plays that stuff religiously.
That's not like you doing drugs.
Are there times in the past where you guys feel that your family was functioning better than it is now?
Yeah, before
Yeah.
my brother got into drugs.
So that was the main difference that you
Yeah.
saw then?
Yeah.
What about you, Lisa?
I would agree. The kids were a little bit younger, a little bit easier for me to have a handle on them. I think Kyle is exposing my daughter to a lot of stuff that isn't necessary. So.
But Mom, it's not like I'm doing drugs like Kyle is.
No, you're not doing them. But I just don't like you to be around that situation.
I just ignore it, Mom.
Kyle, do you feel that there's times in the past where your family was functioning better?
Yeah.
What do you think was different during that time?
I have more privacy, and we talk as a family sometimes, and she wouldn't tell me what to do all the time and tell me who I could hang out with.
So what are some of your guys' ideas of where to go from here? What are some possibilities that could be worked on?
I think that Kyle needs to get some help. I think that's the first and foremost. But, if he could follow the rules, he could have his privacy back. He could have the door. He could have, everything that he's wanting. But I think that stuff is earned. I will not tolerate drugs in my house. And he knows that.
So you would like to see Kyle make some changes before you give him his privacy back?
Yes.
What are your
Honestly,
thoughts on
the
that?
removal of the door is destroying my relationship at this point, because my girlfriend comes over and there's no door on the door now, so she just noses through my privacy, and so does she.
What do you mean that we nose through your privacy?
You guys always look in the room when you walk by. We don't
I
have
don't
any
do that
privacy
every
anymore.
time.
And
But what are you hiding?
I'm 15 years old, and she tried to have, the sex talk with me last week, and I'm like, Mom, I'm way too old for this shit. And it was really uncomfortable.
You're never too old, Kyle.
So going back to communication, what are some ways that you guys feel communication can be improved?
Well, I think communication is fine, but clearly the kids don't. I'm the mom. I get to say what's happening in my house, whether they like it or not. And that's just the bottom line. But what do you tell me? Because
We used to have the chore deal where, you know, I could mow the lawn and do that stuff, and
Yeah,
then,
but we don't trust you now.
well, your opinion's not important though, because she's telling me to mow the lawn. You're just doing the favorite kid thing.
Jessica, what are some of your ideas of how you guys can improve communication between each other?
That my brother will listen to my mom and tell my mom that and show her that he's actually serious about recovering from his drug use, and I think that would really help the communication between all of us be better, because if my brother listens to my mom and adheres to getting treatment from his drug use, then he will start getting his freedom back, and our whole family will be different. The dynamic will be different.
You seem really concerned about your brother. I can tell you love him a lot.
Yeah, I do.
Those are great ideas. What are some ideas that you might have of how you can improve your communication?
I can just listen more instead of trying to topple over my mom's conversations with me or my brother, because especially with my brother, because I just don't trust him now. So I could just be more listening and more motivational than just bossy and trying to get my last word in for the communication process.
Those are great ideas. Do you guys have any other ideas?
Maybe start doing stuff together again. We used to go camping and do like fun stuff, and now we don't do any of that stuff anymore.
Oh, you guys are coming up with great ideas. So you've talked about not talking over other people, about earning back your privacy, about doing more family things together. Are there any one of those that feel like for some reason they're not doable? On a scale of 1 to 10, Lisa, 10 being high and 1 being low, where do you think you'd be at with follow-through on the ideas you guys have come up with?
I don't think that there would be a problem with follow through on my end. So if I was to rate that, I would say probably a 7 or 8. The bigger concern is the participation piece. And Kyle, I'm not willing to take you if you're using. So I would say that becomes a choice on you. If you want to do those things with us, then you need to make a choice.
I've been good about the cocaine use, and I've moved it out. I store it at my friend's house now, and we rarely use it anymore.
Well, I hope that's true.
He's just
It helps me in school.
don't believe him.
So Lisa, if you were to clearly outline what you're expecting from Kyle to give him his boundaries back, what would that be?
I want to trust him. I want to know that he's clean from using drugs. I want him to do well in school, continue to be job searching to get a job to pay for all of his extra stuff to help me. These were things all set in place until he hooked up with a friend who introduced him to the drug, and everything crumbled from there.
Kyle, what do you think about that? What your mom would like you to follow through on?
I think I could probably work on it.
On a scale of 1 to 10 with follow through again, 10 being high and 1 being low, where would you put yourself at?
Maybe a 5.
What would help get you to a 6?
If I had some room to change, where it wasn't like, you know, I can commit to a change and go home, but I don't believe she's gonna change, and I believe it'll just go back to the same way. And at that point, you know, I'm just like, screw it.
Okay,
It's
Kyle.
a catch-22.
Let me ask you this. If I were to put the door back on your room, how will I know that the drugs are out of the house? How will I know?
Because you just have to trust that I took them out.
But you have violated that trust, so how will I know?
Maybe you could, I don't know. I don't know.
Can I go through your stuff? You just told me that you felt violated
This
when I
is
did
the
that.
control thing I was talking about.
I need to know that
Do you know what it's
there's
like
no
having your
drugs.
girlfriend at your house and your mom's going through your underwear drawer? It's embarrassing. And then the other kids bully me at school because of it.
So what would feel okay to you, Kyle, if for your mom's mind to be at ease that there are not drugs in her home? What ideas do you have of how she can be sure?
Well, usually I'll be binging around the house when I'm on crack cocaine anyway, so she knows. She's picked it up before.
So I feel like the door is a barrier between you and I communicating and me trusting you.
I feel like the removal of the door is an invasion of my privacy.
I don't know. This is what happens. We go rounds
That's
and rounds
okay.
and rounds and
That's
we come
okay.
to
Let
no
me
solution.
ask you guys this, and I want each of you to answer. If you guys were to wake up tomorrow and your family was just how you want it to be, it was a perfect family in your mind, what would that look like, and what would you guys be doing?
I would have my son back. He would be in school and doing well. He would have the door on his room. He wouldn't be messing around with his girlfriend. He's 15 years old and doing things he should not be doing in my house. We would be in outings, family outings, camping and all of those things, but right now it's broken and I'm looking to fix my family.
So Lisa, I'm hearing you say that you love your son and you miss him.
Well, of course I do.
What about you, Jessica?
Just that my brother seeks the help that he needs so that our family dynamic can be changed, and I'm willing to be a part of my brother's recovery and whatever that will take, so.
For me, I'd probably be off the cocaine, but in order for that to happen, I have to have activities and things to do. I've got a lot of energy, and when I'm sitting around the house all day and she's at work and she's got her off toddling around with her stuck-up friends, then I'm stuck at the house by myself. And when I smoke crack cocaine, I get shit done. Did you see the garage last week?
I did see it. Doesn't
Yeah,
make it
You
okay.
don't complain when my workload and my productivity increases, just when my girlfriend's over is what it seems like. So I guess for me it would just be important to, have my privacy, maybe do activities as a family again.
So that's something that I've heard all three of you say, is doing activities together as a family. What's one activity that you guys think would be doable within the next week?
We can go camping. That's kind
I
of
guess.
Camping, yes.
That's our thing every weekend during the summer when we haven't been able to go this year. But life happens. We're busy and Kyle's Kyle.
So do you guys think that you can commit to making a strong attempt to go camping together this weekend?
Yes,
And then we'll meet back together next week to see how that went?
that sounds good.
Okay. All right. Thanks for